What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City. As always, we are your host. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryler.
And today we are making some predictions for 2026. So we did this same thing for 2025. And I went back and watched that video not too long ago, and there were a few that we got right, and then there were a few that we got wrong. We plan on making a video about that at some point. Reacting to some of those that we made, because some I was watching it, and some of the ones we made, I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck were we thinking?
Hey, they're predictions, man. But we
Yeah,
only did for that one, we only did, I think, four. Isn't that correct?
five.
Five. Okay. So we did only five for that one. This time we figured we would do a little bit more variety with this because in total for these, we will have 10 predictions each. We kind of just generally classified it by easy, medium, hard. Easy, kind of the ones totally see happening. Medium, somewhere in the middle. And then hard are hot takes or our bold ones. And I have basically, yeah, a few in each category. So, are you ready to get this one started?
Yep, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so I will kick it off. Easy category. My very first one. I think that this one, I wasn't sure if it was going to actually, I wasn't sure if it was going to age, but we were going to find out by the time this was uploaded. And that one is, I think that with the Usos, this whole rivalry going on, they're feuding with New Day right now. I don't think this is going to last very long. And they're supposed to have some sort of match against Dragon Lee and AJ Styles pretty soon. And I'm not saying for this match in particular, but sometime in early 2026, before WrestleMania, I think that Jay is going to turn on Jimmy, cementing his heel turn, and they're going to have a rematch at WrestleMania 42 with the scripts flipped, Jay being the heel, Jimmy being the face. Maybe righting the wrongs from WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, that's crazy because I also have that same prediction. I don't have it in my easy category. I have it in my bold, my hard, because I just with his eating stuff, and he sells all this merch. I just don't know if WWE wants to put that away, because I mean, he comes out on every show. He does the yeet. All the fans are still invested, and I just don't know if they want to get rid of that. I mean, they're going to have to at some point, but that was also a prediction I had, is that Jey Uso would turn heel, and I could very well see them doing that match again at WrestleMania this year.
The reason why I think it was so easy for me is because, well, two reasons. First, so a few months ago, he did that whole, like, he said, I'm like the tribal chief. He was kind of beefing with Roman, and he was hinting at this heel turn, and then they just swept it under the rug. I feel like they're still gonna, I mean, you can't trust WWE right now with their storytelling when it comes to stuff like that, but I feel like they could continue building upon it. And then also another thing, which is maybe just because it's TKO and, like you said, the Yeet stuff has become so popular, but why have they not switched the Usos theme yet? They still have the "It's just me, Us." What if Jay
Yeah.
turns heel and he's like, "Oh, it is still just me, I'm the
Hmm.
top dog. I'm the tribal chief." And then he shows his true colors, but this time turning on Jimmy. Uh, I think it's totally possible, but we matching that prediction. So first one, yeah, similar.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, I guess I'll go next because you had the first one, and then I kind of just had the same one. But
Hmm.
my first one that I had is that Chris Jericho will return to WWE in 2026, and he will make his return at the Royal Rumble. I just
Okay.
I've seen the reports, and I just think it's yeah. I mean, I just think he's coming back because
I knew we were gonna have a lot matching, bro, because that's one of my easies as well.
yeah, I mean, I think everybody is going to have this prediction. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
people that aren't going to like it. I don't mind it personally. I think he deserves a another run in WWE. I mean, he is what, in his 50s now, So everybody's
Hmm.
going to see that and be like, oh, they're bringing in more old people. But you know, he was in WWE for so long. I just think it's right for him to get one final proper run. We'll see though, because they really don't. They didn't do good on John Cena's final run. So who says they'll do good in Chris Jericho's final run? But he is going to return at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I agree with basically all of what you said. I think that Chris Jericho, yeah, him, and I mean, he hasn't had an official, like, we just figure he's going to retire within the next few years just because he's getting up there in age. And what a better way to cap off his career than WWE. And he seems like the business type person. So he spends a few years in AEW, good relations with them. He's leaving on good terms, it seems like. So now it's time for him to go back to his home. And I think that's where he's going to wrap up his career. And Royal Rumble, what a more perfect, there's no better way than to return at the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I agree with that. Um, so let's see if you have this one because this one I think a lot of people have forgotten about. So I don't even think they have it on their or didn't even consider it for their predictions. But possibly my easiest one, I think that in the year 2026, the Speed Championships will be retired. I can't believe they're still a thing.
Yeah, they're on NXT now, so I don't know.
Who's the current champion? Who's either of them? Do you know?
No, I
Okay,
know Sol
exactly.
Ruca. I know Sol Ruca was. I don't know if she's still the speed champion because
Hmm.
they gave her some worked injury to go off of, so she had like relinquished. I don't know if she relinquished that one. I know she relinquished the. I think it was the North American Championship, something like
I'm
that.
not
But
sure
yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, if they retire him, I'm not going to care.
Because it feels like the exact same thing they did with, so like Speed started out as this, yeah, I mean, not like big Dirino, but they were trying to give it some emphasis on social media. And then El Grande Americano, Chad Gable, supposedly, rumor and innuendo, got injured, and then they kind of just had it in free fall for a few months, and then it got moved to NXT, and that's kind of a similar fate that the cruiserweight title had before it was retired. Like it had 205 live, and then it was kind of just in limbo, and then it got moved to NXT, and then they did that like I forgot how it somehow got like united with another title, unified, and then it got retired. So I think that is going to happen with both of these titles during 2026.
Okay. Well, another easy one that I got is that I think that in 2026, we will finally see the split up of the Judgment Day. I
Oh,
just think it
that's
is
bold for
time.
you, knowing
It
them.
is time. I mean,
It's
the way
been
I see
time.
this, do what?
It's been time.
Yes, it has been time. This is a storyline that Triple H has just continued to run and run and run. And brother, it is time to give it up. I
Hmm.
mean, they've been showing these cracks since 2024, and we're almost in
Yeah.
2026. So it is time for them to split up. And the way I see that happening is that Finn Balor, Roxanne, JD, and Raquel will kick out Liv and Dom of the Judgment Day.
Oh, okay.
And I could see them doing like a mix match, tag match of some sorts at WrestleMania where it could be like Finn and Roxanne versus Dom and AJ. So
That sounds good. Judgment Day would still continue, though, I guess, right? But yeah, you mean
they would, but I'm just talking about. I mean it's a split up, really.
the
You know,
foundation? Yeah, yeah.
the foundation of it. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good one. I could totally see that happening. So I'll go on my last. This is my last one in the easy category because I originally had this one in medium, but I swapped it with another one because I figure this is, yeah, not a very bold one. I think that Cody Rhodes is going to main event WrestleMania once again. I mean, he's main evented the past 2 years now, technically the past, yeah, past 2 years. And I think it's going to end up happening again. Now we will talk later because I have something sort of related to that that could change that possibly. But I think that's a pretty strong given his current circumstances.
Okay. Yeah, I could very well see him main eventing WrestleMania again. I mean, I just don't know who against yet. What who's
Travis
who's
Scott.
on? Shit. Hell no. But I mean, my okay. So I had two more in the easy, but I actually moved this one down to medium. One of these. So I'll go with I guess my last easy one, and that is Obafemi will win a title on the main roster in 2026. I just think
Okay.
I just think that I can just see that WWE is so high on this guy, and he's got money all over him. I could see him going over to because I think he will get called up to SmackDown. SmackDown could desperately use somebody like him, and I could see him winning the U.S. title in his first year. So
Okay. So I agree with that, but we have slightly different because I also in the medium category, this was the one I swapped with Cody because I had this in easy at first, and I was like, I said I think that Obafemi will debut on the main roster, but our difference is that I think he will go to Raw and win the IC title because him and Dominic Mysterio, I think it just makes sense. I mean, he's gonna yeah, that's a good character to just get whooped by the dude that's on the debuting on the main roster. They're trying to make him look strong. In all fairness, though, Carmelo Hayes, I could see, that happen too. So it could go either way, but I ultimately coin flip. I went with the IC title.
oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I could see him going to Raw, but I just think SmackDown needs him more. Raw's got way too much going on over there right now, and SmackDown desperately. I mean, SmackDown's also going to 3 hours, so they're going to
Oh
need more
yeah.
bodies on that brand. So that's why I had Obafemi going over to SmackDown and winning the U.S. title in his first year. So
I could see that. I could see that. Okay, so I guess that was one of my mediums right there, but I guess I'll just go on to the next one. And I've been torn between so in making this list, I deleted a few, added a few, and I wasn't sure if I should have included this one, but I'm just gonna go with it. I think that Drew McIntyre will not win a world title in 2026. He's been beefing in these endless feuds, and trust me, I want him to. I would be okay with it, but I just don't see them actually pulling the trigger on this. I was thinking at first maybe just putting he will win a world title in the hard category, but I don't think it's going to happen.
that's kind of funny because my first medium is that Drew McIntyre will win a world title. I think
Okay,
dude,
okay.
he has got to at this point because we already know he's facing Cody Rhodes again for the title. Dude, he's got
Hmm.
to at this point. This would be his third or fourth shot at Cody. He's got to
Yeah,
at this point. He's got to. Then there's just no point in running this back if Cody's just going to win. And even if it is for just a month or two, he's got to, man. He's got to.
I could see that. I think that
I don't know
it,
though because we're getting closer to WrestleMania season. Like WrestleMania season starts next month, so
uh-huh.
because I was gonna
That's what
put
I'm
that in my
wondering too.
hard or in my bold, but
I don't think they're going to put it on him going into the WrestleMania season. And it's just with WWE sometimes what I do when I'm thinking about like predictions for either, whether PLEs or what we're doing right now with these yearly ones, I think that sometimes even if I think in my head I'm like, "Oh yeah, logically this has to happen." So therefore they're not going to do it, you know? He has to win this title to retain any form of credibility. So therefore, he's not going to win.
yeah,
uh, I would love to though see him win, but that at least means that regardless, one of us will have a correct one when we're looking back at this at the
mhm,
same time next year.
yeah.
Okay, what's your next one?
My next one is John Cena will enter the 2026 Hall of Fame class. I could,
Okay.
because I mean, I think he can, but I was also thinking that well, maybe they might want to just hold off on that for like a year. But then I was thinking that I mean, do they want to induct him when it's in Saudi Arabia? Because that's where the next Mania is going to be. I don't know if that would play into effect into that, but I thought, I mean, why not just go ahead and put him in the Hall of Fame now? So,
I think that is the easiest one on there. I think it is like, yeah, I agree
I mean, I've
100%.
seen like I would like to see him in the Hall of Fame, but I don't know if they're going to wait on that because I don't know
Uh-huh.
if they've ever put somebody in the Hall of Fame like this quick after
Rey
retiring.
Mysterio's already in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? I guess so.
I mean, yeah, but they do generally wait a few years after, so I could see that happening though. But I would agree when it comes to that. Okay, so for medium, my very last medium one before we go to the my three last predictions that are all considered hard or bold predictions.
Well, I've got
I
two more
think
medium.
okay, we'll just go with the flow, you know. Um I think that with Brock Lesnar having his it's supposed to be I don't think he's going to be wrestling much longer. I mean, I think he's just having a few more matches. I'm not say this it's not my prediction that he's going to retire this year, but I think that what they're going to do with his booking is they're going to do some throwback classics feuds that he's had in the past. And I think one of the most prominent feuds in 2026, either for WrestleMania or SummerSlam, is going to be a rematch again between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I think they're going to run it back. And this time with Brock Lesnar as the heel and Roman as the face, but we have Tribal Chief Roman against. I don't want to see it either, bruh, but I think it's going to happen.
I hope we don't see it. Dude, we've seen that like what 13 times now.
Is it been 13? I know it's been a lot.
I mean, I'm probably just over exaggerating a little bit. I mean, it feels like we've seen it 3,000 times at this point.
Okay, but at the same time, it has been almost 4 years since we last seen it, right? I mean, what,
2022.
SummerSlam 2022? Last
Yeah.
Man Standing? I totally
Dude,
see them running this
dude,
again.
that was the perfect way to end that feud.
I agree.
That was the perfect way for them to just have their last match together. We don't need it again. We don't. So,
It's all about the money. I think I could totally see it, especially with Paul Heyman being in the mix. I mean, again,
yeah. Nah, I don't think he'll be thrown in that.
we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah. But my next one in the medium category is that Gunther will retire two more wrestlers in 2026. I think he will retire AJ Styles at WrestleMania and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Okay, I first AJ Styles, I do agree with. I think he's going to end up retiring AJ because didn't AJ say this is 2026 is already confirmed to be his last year?
Yeah, pretty much. So
Okay, so I guess because that's very close related to my first one in my hard category but it is different because so I agree that Gunther is going to retire AJ Styles, but my specific prediction is that Gunther will not retire Brock Lesnar. Instead, he is going to be retired by Braun Breaker.
I could see that. I could see,
Because
honestly, I could see him getting retired by, if it wasn't Gunther, either, hell, Obafemi.
Oba, yes, I feel like Obafemi, it's too early for that, and not like I think he would be ready for it. I just the company wise, I feel like they would view it as him being, not ready just yet, because Braun he is. I mean, they're like, I don't know how old Obafemi is, but in relation to how long they've been in WWE, it's not too far off. But Braun Breaker has been on the roster for what, a year and a half or so on the main roster. So I
Yeah.
figured they would give him that. And Gunther is they're making him this career killer, but I don't think they're gonna do all four. Like already Goldberg, John Cena, I feel AJ, but then Brock, I feel like that's just adding like too many eggs in one basket, you know? I mean I would be cool with it, but I see them giving it to somebody else. Or maybe they'll do Braun Breaker retiring AJ. But my specific prediction is yeah, Braun Breaker retiring Brock.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, my my last one in the medium category is it's a match that is it's actually happening on the first Raw in 2025, January 2026, excuse me, January 5th, and it is that Braun Breaker will win the world title on that show.
Okay, that was one that I predicted for. I had it for the easy category originally, or medium maybe, and then I took it off in favor. That was one of the ones I took off. But I said instead of before Raw or on that Raw, I just said before WrestleMania. But then I was like, mm, yeah, I mean, if Seth Rollins, I think it really just depends on if Seth Rollins is back in time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because I was so adamant when that match first was announced that Braun Breaker has got to win that title. I just think he's
I
ready.
don't. I
I
agree
just
that
think
he's
he's more than
ready.
ready. And you
I
and
don't.
I just think you want to start building for the future in 2026.
Mhm.
So, but as we're getting closer, I'm starting to have my doubts because I know how Triple H is, but I could also see them. He wins the title because I don't think that Austin Theory is the only masked man that's going to appear for the Vision. I
Yeah,
think we get another one. I don't know who, but I do think that there's more than one that's going to join them. So maybe that person helps him win, but we'll see. But yeah, that's mine. Is that Braun Breaker wins the world title on January 5th?
I would love to see Braun win. But I don't think it's a he needs to. I don't think it's gonna hurt his credibility if he doesn't win, because this would be what his first, or maybe has he had another world title match?
Nope.
I think this is his first, right? So I would I mean, no, my ultimate prediction would, I think I would agree that I think he's going to win at this next Raw. But I could see them doing it where like it ends in like a DQ or something, which, ugh. But it ends in a DQ with like the masked man coming out, which I guess now is Austin Theory. But like you said, there could be another one. And then he gets the title, I don't know, sometime later on. Maybe they beef and rematch at WrestleMania or something, or like whatever the in between is, Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but I think I would ultimately agree with that too.
Okay. All right. Well, so
Okay,
what's the next one?
yes. So now wait, how many you got left?
Two. Well,
Okay, so I have two.
Well, I've got one because the other one in my heart is the one that I said earlier about Jey Uso turning heel too. So I've got one for
Okay,
that.
well, I have, yeah, so I have two. Okay, so that'll work out. So I will start with, I have two left, and they're both hard ones. And this one I wasn't sure if I would consider hard, but I don't know. We'll see. Because I think that Randy Orton is not going to necessarily retire in 2026. I think that he's going to do a thing similar to what Cena did last year. I think he's going to come out during some event during this year, and he is going to announce, just like Cena did, a retirement run that is going to be throughout all of 2027. And possibly, what if Gunther was the one to end that? But that's not part of it. That would, just hypotheticals. But I think that Orton will announce his retirement run sometime next year.
Really, because I at this point I thought he was already retired. We haven't
I
seen
don't
that
think
guy on
so.
TV. Well, I mean, it's a joke because we haven't seen him on TV in like I can't remember the
Fair
last time we saw
enough.
him on TV.
Doing some sort of tease with Cody Rhodes for the billionth time,
Yeah, staring at the
probably.
title.
Yeah, and then just not doing anything. I remember a few months ago he did stuff with wasn't it Bloodline or something? I don't know, maybe not. But I think next year is I think he has 2 more years, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's my other hard prediction.
Okay, well, my next hard prediction is that Cody Rhodes will turn heel.
Okay.
It's
I
bold.
mean,
That's why I'm
ha,
saying bold because I look at the way he's been acting here lately, and I don't know. He's showing a lot more of an aggressive side. I don't know if that's just him being a more aggressive baby face. I mean, I am
mhm.
glad that they're not making him sound like a bitch like they have been in the past with him on the mic and in these feuds that he's been in. Because I mean, dude, he has been acting like sort of a bitch to some of his people that he's feuding with. He
Uh,
has, but
do you have a
I don't know, man.
specific prediction? How you think he's gonna turn heel?
I just think he's going to
Oh,
snap.
it's lagging.
I think he's going to lose the world title. Huh?
Yeah,
I
my
just think
stuff's
something's going to happen where
lagging.
he's going to
That's
lose the world title. And instead of Randy Orton turning heel, I think Cody Rhodes could turn heel instead.
okay. I could see that happening. But yeah, my stuff's lagging. So if I'm talking over you, I'm not trying to. The audio's delayed by like 2 or 3 seconds. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you're good.
Um. Uh. Randy or I could see that, but at the same time, I
It's
don't
the same
know.
thing for me
I,
with
I
Jey Uso, honestly. Like, I don't know if they want to do that just yet because I do think he's going to turn heel at some point. I don't think
mhm.
he's going to be that baby face forever. So I was just thinking, like, everybody wants to see Randy Orton be the one to turn heel and turn on Cody Rhodes, but hell, I'd like to see if they reverse those roles and had Cody Rhodes be the one that snapped. He got maybe he gets tired of these people like with Drew McIntyre. They think he'd come out here and just step all over Cody Rhodes. So
Yeah. I could
yeah,
see it. That's what we were kind of predicting last year. We didn't have it on our official predictions, but going into Elimination Chamber, I think that was like the majority prediction. Like when it was like the will Cody sell his soul? I think a lot of people were saying that he was gonna turn heel, and then obviously he didn't. But I could see that the more I think about it. Okay, so my very last one, my hard prediction. I think that we've been talking about Cody Rhodes being the champion, a person who unfortunately got cut out of this storyline because of a real life situation is one of the goats, honestly, Kevin Owens. He has had, which it doesn't surprise me because he had all these, like, I remember watching that match that they had, was it the ladder match? And
mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, what are y'all doing? I mean, it was a good match, but and then he had the elimination chamber match against Sami Zayn, the no holds barred match after. No wonder this man got injured. And it's unfortunate though. It's like, what is it, his neck or something?
yeah, it's his neck.
Yeah, he messed up his neck. And I think that they said that his timetable or whatnot for a turn is going to be anytime between like a year and a year and a half, or maybe it was like 2 years. Basically, they were saying it could be all the way up to WrestleMania in 2027. And if that's even if he ends up returning. I think he's going to end up making a return, but I specifically think he's going to make a surprise return before the end of 2026. I think we're going to get it sometime in the later half of 2026.
I could very well see that. Maybe he comes back before that, like before 2026 ends, and says he's back, and I don't know, throws his name in the fucking Royal Rumble or something to tell people that he's back or something like that.
That does make sense. I
Yeah.
said specifically, I mean, not for the predict, just, yeah, I put question mark. I said most likely helping save Sammy from an attack, question mark. Like I can imagine Zayn's like doing something and he's getting jumped by some sort of faction. Hopefully it's not Judgment Day by that point. Hopefully we move on. It's a different faction.
Or the MFTs.
The MFTs? Yes. Hopefully not with Tonga. I didn't even recognize who that was at first. I think that says a lot. Um, he's getting jumped by them, and then all of a sudden Kevin Owens' music hits and he runs out. Bro, you have how loud that pop would be, especially if it was out of nowhere.
Oh,
Imagine if it
dude,
was like
that's gonna
in
be
their
one of the
hometown too.
yeah, dude. That's gonna be one of the loudest pops in wrestling
Yeah.
history when he comes back. So
Uh-huh.
I hope so, man. That'd be fucking awesome if he was able to come back. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But those are our predictions for 2026. I can't wait to come back to this video a year from now and see what the hell we got right and wrong and laugh at ourselves for because some of these might be ridiculous. But let us know in the comments down below what your predictions are for 2026. What do you think will happen? And yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think was going to happen in 2026. Hopefully it's a better year. Fingers crossed that 2026
We
is
don't
a
have a
lot better.
very high standard. Yeah, hopefully.
We don't. We don't, unfortunately. But that's about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come help us make Wrestling City the greatest city in the world for all of your wrestling content. And that's about it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. God bless. Peace.